Okay, EHS.
So, Green Pocket Book is really great product for EHS departments for any company, whether it's a manufacturing cosmetics or uh, the any cleaning products or pharmaceutical products. EHS department's primary job is the safety of the labs and people, and so they need to provide that right information to the scientists who are working in the lab on how to safeguard themselves, how to dispose of the chemicals safely, and also what to watch out for if they are handling certain chemicals, knowing their own history, what to take more precautions on. And this is where we can help at multiple levels. With using Green Pocket Book, you can, when you put in any chemical name, you can actually see what the properties of the chemical are, the physical properties, toxicological properties, if there are any regulatory concerns that have already been defined for that chemical, so that if they already have some pre-existing health condition, they can be safeguarded themselves against it. It also allows you to compare the chemicals. So when the scientists are choosing certain chemicals based on certain properties or based on certain usage, they can quickly compare the chemicals, that alternative chemicals that they know they could use, and see which ones are better from the toxicological point of view and also from certain physical properties point of view. For example, if a chemical has same properties but one is more viscous than the other, it's more difficult to handle, difficult to dispose, so you don't want to use that. Those kind of choices could be done very easily. Another aspect of this product that is really great for the scientists as well as for the administrators is it allows you to do an advanced search on the chemicals based on the properties, based on the classification. That classification could be an FPA's classification, GHS classification, or therapeutic classification. And they can identify what chemicals they have, for example, that are causing genotoxicity, or what chemicals they have that are fire hazards. And if you actually integrate that Green Pocket Book with your LIMS systems, you can in fact even find out which area in your lab are fire hazards, or which area that you should be more caution the people against because it has more health hazard related materials. And you can also isolate those specific materials in the certain areas of the lab to minimize what you need to watch out for in the certain hotspot areas, so that people they are not scattered all over the place. It helps the fire department, helps the company. And so in general, it allows you to do a lot of searches. It allows you to do very targeted searches based on certain hazard, based on certain properties, or based on certain classifications. And also, I forgot what it was.
Okay.
It was an important thing that I wanted to see. So yes, so if you look at the diagram that we are showing for the chemical, just clicking on that spider diagram, it actually shows you more details on which components of the chemical are causing certain toxicity. So you can, if you want to have a less toxic substances in your lab, you can change that by searching for chemicals that have a certain threshold of that particular chemical
Property.
toxicity but have the same properties related to that type of chemical.
Mm.
So you can actually help the scientists define certain alternative chemicals. Um, and it also helps you in procurement. So companies who are, especially the consumer companies and cosmetics companies, very likely whatever raw material you use is going to stay in your end product to some extent. So you can minimize the adverse effect of your product by being very careful right from the beginning on what you use as a raw material.
Mm.
And Green Pocketbook helps you to do that.